Hello and welcome. So today we are looking at a graph and we're trying to find out, okay, what is the information that we are being given? And from this, we're trying to figure out what the slope is. Now, slope is the change of whatever happens to the graph. This is like a very simple mathematic thing. You just like change the graph that we're trying to find out from, okay, what would the change on the graph do anything to our like result that we are getting from our experiment or anything else on the real world. So in this one, we can get the information on the graph that, okay, our y-axis is our temperature. And from the bottom, we're having a decrease of a temperature. From low temperature, we go to the high temperature. So that is increase of temperature. Because you have temperature versus time. And time is our x-axis on the y-axis. And we know from over here, we have like very less time, like 0 time, and then we go all the way to, we're increasing the time by hour, because we have hours on our time, as we are moving on with this slope, as we move on with this graph, to get our slope. And then temperature is raised from like 45 degrees Fahrenheit, because we have Fahrenheit in our unit, we have hours over here, so we are decreasing the unit of Fahrenheit for this, for temperature, as you're moving on. So, as we can look, after 3 hours, we have an increase on our slope, and then we have decrease after we hit 5 hours with a maximum of 70 degrees Fahrenheit, and then we are coming down back to 50, and we hit at 7 hours to 50 degrees Fahrenheit again. So my prediction is every single 3 hours, right now, if you hit 10 hours, then we're going to have another increase on the temperature, and then we have decreased, and we come down towards, if you have like 3 and 7, after 4 hours, like at 14, we're going to have decrease in temperature. Same goes, at 17, we're going to have a rise, 21, we come down, then again 24, we have a rise, which is going to be our full day. So at the end of the day, we have like 3 increases of temperature, and then we still going to have in the first daily average of the tomorrow, an increase on our temperature. So now that we have this, and we know that we're gonna have increase and decrease, and have 0 and the rest of the day for like 3 hours usual time, now let's go ahead and see what we're gonna have for a slope at time of the 6 hours after sunrise. Oh, 6 hours after sunrise, so that means I did the calculation wrong on that part. So we're gonna find out after 6 hours of sunrise what we're gonna get our slope. So when I was actually doing this first, and when I actually record this portion of the video first, I found out that I actually missed the units. So it's supposed to have my traction of my units made on my graph. So we have, they told us, when I actually was reading, I forgot actually says hours after sunrise, so times after sunrise. So I had this mistake when I actually go into it, say like, okay, I did my calculation wrong, and then I find out, oh, I missed my units. So that's what happened when I was actually doing this problem. So you have 5 hours after sunrise is 5 hours over 6 hours that we have 6 hours after sunrise, and then we have 70 degrees Fahrenheit and then 57.5 degrees Fahrenheit. So our slope is rise over run, y2 minus y1 over the denominator, which is x2 minus x1, in order to find that slope. So 57.5 degrees Fahrenheit minus 70 degrees Fahrenheit over 6 hours minus 5 hours. Now we get negative 2.5 degrees Fahrenheit over 1 hour, which that means our slope at the time that we have 6 hours after sunrise is going to be negative 12.5 degrees Fahrenheit per hour. So at each hour we're going to have negative 12.5 degrees Fahrenheit being decreased. So hopefully you guys learned something new, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Salam